Hello, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead, once again, and I'm back with more Max Payne 3, the third one, where it's Max, and he's Payne, and he can't do it. Alright, so, we're just going to get into it. Here we are, here's the game, check it out. This way, I think. Okay, so, last time we left off, much with the general theme of this game, Max tried to do something and he failed. We're trying to rescue a lady that we're paid to protect, who we lost, and we didn't rescue her, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to get back in there and try again. Oh dear, why is that happening? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking some stats quick. Okay, that looks okay. So we're going to resume in a very weird point here, because when we finished last time, it froze in the middle of a cutscene. The cutscene audio kept playing, but the actual cutscene froze. And when I checked to see where it auto-saved not the start of the cutscene, but like the final scene, the final gameplay bit before the cutscene. So we're going to jump in at a very weird point. But, well, we get to relive the moment where Max did not save the day. I do remember that being a theme of this, just like, for most of the game, it's just, hey Max, do this you had one job, Max. And that's like every level. But, yeah, let's go into it. So I will say I hadn't tried going through the entire cutscene on my own because I didn't want it to like auto-save at a weird point. I doubt it's gonna crash every time, but I hope it won't. So yeah, here we are. Keep shooting, keep shooting. So yeah, that's a weird point to start out, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to turn there. I think I had the gameplay too loud there.
Passos! Try it, man! Shit.
I get the feeling that section ends as soon as you kill a certain amount of people.
Another habit I didn't want or need.
I should try. I assume you can't.
Almost had her. Damn.
Actually, no. Knowing this game, you probably can. Should have got the fail cutscene for shooting her.
No one told us they had an entire goddamn army.
I don't think anybody knew.
But to catch up, so
Crazy shit.
Max was living it up in New Jersey, handing out in bars all the time,
Insanity.
not doing
Till I left
great.
all this shit behind.
And then he killed a mob boss's son,
Easy
so he had
peasy,
to leave the country and take up this protection job. And then his client's wife got kidnapped in a nightclub. Then he went to trade for the money, and he lost the money, like like hostage negotiation. And now he like went to try and rescue her for where they had held her, and he lost her again too. So, oh Max. I mean, it's what they're going for. There's like a very important, narrative about, Max repeating the same mistakes over and over. But, well, there you go. So yeah, we've got... It's a bit weird they don't checkpoint after that segment. You'd think there'd be like a checkpoint kind of
Get up, bro.
at the start of this cutscene.
Max. Wake up, Max. Come on. Get up, you big bastard. Come on.
I'm up.
Yeah? You don't look up.
I need to talk to like more Max Payne fans to see what they think of, you know, the
Hey,
whole
Max, what is it with you and interior design?
how low point of a life this is for Max. But I don't know. I really like,
Fuck off with the fucking wisecracks.
you know, like you see in movies and other media, but I kind of like it in games where it's like, oh, you're playing as someone who's not at the best point in their life. Like, stuff isn't great for them, because it's an interesting position that, you know, to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Take your time, man. Fucking unbelievable. Jesus.
I heard that.
Here we go. See, I think there would have been a checkpoint there.
Oh, give me a second. I'm not feeling so good.
Bom dia.
Yeah, so this is
O
the
que o senhor acha? Claro que sim.
this is the
E o
cutscene
senhor
that
bem
Tudo
pontual, não?
bem.
that
You
froze
fucking
on us
bear
last
files.
time.
I'm sorry, sir. We risked our lives several times over trying to save.
I know. I just wish I knew what was happening and why.
Yes. Who has it in for our family? I mean, just because we are rich and happy, is that a good reason to hate us? I do a lot of good in this town. A lot.
This is hell for me. As I told you yesterday, when I get Fabiana back, I think...
We were talking about it before, but again, one of the big issues with this game is the writing feels too much like Grand Theft Auto.
Listen, we will catch the man. You have my word on that.
Especially that
Listen to Mr.
line,
Becker, brother.
the kind of like shitty younger brother literally saying, oh, because we're rich and happy,
Father had a heart attack.
and then
This
saying, oh, about how much good he
Yeah, it
does,
was
and all we've
humiliating
done
and
so far with him
embarrassing
is
for
go
sure.
to fucking
This
nightclubs.
is different. This is the end for
Well,
me.
she's not dead. Maybe we'll be lucky and get her back safe soon.
I can almost guarantee it. If you do as I ask.
I still have mixed feelings about them doing the text on screen, because there are some situations where they like it makes sense what they're
I know this has been
highlighting,
tough on you.
and then sometimes
will
it
get
doesn't
better.
make sense at all.
For all of us. Marcelo, pasos in my helicopter. This way.
Okay, yeah, I
Sure.
think the
Mr.
cutscene
Becker,
froze
senor,
before here,
let us
so
give
we're
you a
good this
ride.
time.
Bom,
Don't know why that happened.
até logo, Sr. Branco. And may I say, you would be best served se contratar profissionais e não esses amadores pés de chinelo.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Até logo, Sr. Branco.
We'll talk about when we're in
So
gameplay.
many
There's some
plans,
more stuff I
Max.
want to talk about.
Didn't we all?
I was born into great fortune. Sometimes it feels like I have done nothing apart from being a rich man in a poor country. The men I talk to, they only see money. Now my wife, I am not naive. She does not love me for my body.
Well, despite your good fortune, you're still a decent man.
Am I? I don't know. I try to be. Maybe I'm just another rich fool, just like the rest of my friends.
Com licença. Tem uma ligação para o senhor, policial chamado Sr. da Silva.
I should mention, I've mentioned this in the first stream, but we'll mention this in case anyone new shows up or watches the
Another
VODs.
Ben Cup wants
Uh,
a
I-
pension contribution. Do you think a pile of
I
shit
don't
feels popular
really
because
speak
it's
any other
surrounded by
languages apart from
flies?
English, and I can understand a bit of French
Look at me.
and a very, very tiny amount of Japanese, like a toddler level Japanese. French I can't really speak, but I can read text and get most of it.
Temos problema. O sistema de segurança foi desativado.
So I'm not very
see
good at
that?
understanding
Got men entering the building, and the office won't lock
the
down.
text here. And then from what I understand, I don't think there's a mode that translates the Portuguese.
Working. There's a
I'm
way
pretty
to
sure,
reboot
like,
the
no
system.
matter what
If I can get to the
subtitles you
server room,
pick,
I should be able to get everything back
which I think
online.
is on purpose, because
Pay a
it's, you
couple
know, Max is
$1 million
meant to
you expect
feel
to push a button, to be
at,
able
you know,
to
kind of
make
out
all
of the
your
loop.
problems go away. What I got was some useless junk and a bit of false confidence. I'm done, Max.
Sir, let us handle this. You stay in your office, lock yourself in. Do not answer the door unless you know it's me. Let's go.
I should be able to override the system if I could just get to the server room.
What's going on?
Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Get down behind the desk. Now, both of you.
Alright, well, this is a good start. Fucking PMCs just raiding in here. Oh, I forgot the buttons there for a sec. Yeah! Oh, it's still good.
Max! Max!
Yeah, it's safe. Come on.
I need to get you to the server room. Let's go.
Oh dear, I'm still having those CPU issues from yesterday. Okay,
Let's go. Come on.
so it wasn't specifically what console I was using. Sorry about that. If you see any drops...
The real security guards had been run off, paid off, or bumped off. That left us. It wasn't a fantastically comforting thought. That was the office Victor used at Fabricas Bronco. Victor's office had Second Son written all over it, half the size of Rodrigo's and a tenth as fancy. Marcelo's must have been a box in the basement.
Oh, golden gun. I was curious. I was like, can I break out here? Just leave? No. Just, you know, have a look around. I just want to see. I don't know if it's likely. No, I'll keep the two different guns.
Over here, Max.
Shut up! I know, but I'm looking for stuff. Jesus Christ, Max!
One of the perks of working for Fabricas Bronco.
Yep, just pain pills on your desk. Okay, how slow can I go? Oh no, wrong one.
Go, please.
No, shut up, mate. I'm doing a test. Okay, so you can't walk, but if you run... That glass tech is pretty good for the time. Okay, it seems if the window has to be like slightly broken already for me to do more damage. What about if I dive? Yeah, if you dive, then there you go.
Max.
Okay, there we go, there was more ammo. Don't let me have any fun, do you, mate?
This code should get us into the boardroom. Okay.
Glad to see the security system is keeping the right people out.
Oh shit! What the
Dive out the way because I'm taking hits. Yeah.
Are we dead? No such luck. We gotta go.
Yeah, keep going, mate.
through here.
Let's have a quick look-see around.
I'd woken up with a headache, and it was only getting worse.
Hey, Max, come to me.
Better take your pills then. The... what was it? Euphoria, the physics engine? It does really add a lot to this style of game.
The server room is just past those cubicles.
Like, it's such a little change, but... you know, for example, you saw there, that final kill was shooting him in the leg, and the physics, being able to, you know, animate that while applying physics to it. It's like a very minor, subtle thing, but it's like one of my favourite kind of advances on ragdoll technology. Because a lot of ragdoll
These
stuff in video
clowns were
games
the
is
same
still...
guns for hire who jumped our exchange at the
Yep.
stadium. Crotcha Prado, the Black Badge. Right-wing paramilitary chumps protecting whoever paid the most. I guess that made them more like me than I cared to admit. Were they just looking for another payday, or did their business with the Broncos run deeper?
Eu vou por aqui, você vai por ali. Vou sair daqui! Me dê cobertura!
Are you kidding me? Oh, you hurt, mate. Oh, get back in cover. Oh. I didn't really mean to do that, but guess. Okay. There we go. The physics stuff as well.
We're good to go. Let's
Really
get the
adds
server
to
back
this.
online.
As much as like the tone is
Can't we just
changed,
spend a few more minutes? Make sure they're all gone?
Come on.
like
no worries.
they
I got
definitely
your
did
back.
advance on
Poor
that,
kid was
you
scared
know,
shitless. But I thought we'd
early
seen the worst of it.
2000s like Matrix, John
The server room
Woo
is just down
style of action.
You're doing good. Come on.
Hey, I didn't think I'd have a day like this when I wake up in the mornings.
Wish I could say the same thing.
Fact was, I'd gotten used to protecting Bronco in the big bad world. We hadn't anticipated
me,
the
all
siege
those fucking
situation here.
bullet holes.
Hadn't prepared for it. I couldn't tell the kid that. Something told me these guys didn't have security clearance.
There we go.
We've got to get out of here.
Oh. What was that, Max? Just shooting straight up in the air now. Where is he? Where'd you go? There we go. Oh! I forget how fucking gross this game can make the kills look at times. Okay, definitely gotta do some. Oh yeah, I forgot if you can't dual wield while you're carrying a. There we go.
Come over here.
You're gonna have to wait. There we go. Just collect our ammo. There we go. I was talking to someone about this game actually, because people always bring up the weapon limit, and I get why some people might not like it, but you know, having played through Max Payne 1 and 2 not that long ago, I really think the crazy amount of weapons you carried in that game
office. That's all I care about.
You should be able to lock us down, eh? If this
wasn't
works.
like really
Do it
required.
quick. I'm gonna make a sweep of the building and then get back to Rodrigo's.
Like outside of just the pure option of, oh, this is the playstyle you want to use, most weapons only really were useful in specific contexts.
The security system was back online.
You
Things
couldn't
might be a
go
little
through
tougher
most
for our
levels
fan
using
club
the
from
sniper
here on in.
rifle, for
Seemed like
example.
breaching the perimeter had been no more difficult than strolling through the front gates. But hey, who needs a Trojan horse when the alarm is down and your standing army is a dame, a dork, and a drunk? Bronco's office overlooked the atrium. I could check in and make sure he hadn't checked out.
We mentioned it before, a minor other thing. It's a little weird that I get why they do it, and it's a really smart thing about how they mocapped all the cutscenes, so no matter what guns you have, it all works, because they always default to the pistol, and he'll put the like two-handed in another hand. But I wish they would swap back to whatever gun you were carrying before the cutscene started.
Your guy's working on the security system now, sir.
It just came on.
Okay, good. Then lock yourself down. Stay put. Let us take care of these guys down here. Once they realize they can't get to you, they should back off.
Max, try not to completely destroy the place.
Let's just concentrate on staying alive. Sir!
There it went. He was tucked up safe. Now I needed to make it to the lobby to complete my sweep of the building.
Yeah,
For
see,
what
it happened
that was
again.
worth.
Get our golden gun parts though. Oh man, it's really a shame that I did not get around to this before the multiplayer servers got taken offline. Granted, I have no clue if there was even a decent amount of people playing on 360 still, but I really like the multiplayer in this game. It's so much better than it had any right to be. I always forget you can actually move and crouch in this game, because in Max Payne 1 and 2 you crouch and as soon as you move he gets up. Ooh.
They could invoice me.
I do like they give him a lot of dialogue for picking up little bits. Oh.
Graduation shots of Rodrigo, Victor, and Marcelo, educated at rich kid finishing schools all over Europe. No wonder they have the common touch.
Well, let's see what's going on. Oh. It's messed up.
Poor girl was dead. Shot through the head by some hero fighting the rich one lonely secretary at a time.
I do like that line. It might not be very smart, but I do like it. Oh shit. Keep diving. Get that guy. Oh, I need to get in cover again. Oh, they messed up the cover here. I have to remember these guys to go for... It's harder, obviously. That's like the step up in the challenge. Yeah. See, I just love this stuff. This instruction stuff. I also love how many games... Like, I'm going to pause this just so we can look at this. I need to look it up if The Matrix was the first one to do this, like, lobby scene area, but I just love how much this stuff is ingrained in media now. Oh man, we missed a lot of fucking clues. just like how many games want to recreate this with the pillars breaking apart and all the walls. Oh, I love that. God, they get so gory with this. Just, here's the thing, I'm gonna say honestly, considering that this game doesn't even really justify Max being part of this story, I don't know how you would have ever really made a sequel to this. Oh, shit. Oh, wow, that counts. I didn't think that would count as a... Oh, shit. This is a tough section, actually. Yeah. Let's try again, let's try again. It's cool though, messing up with the challenge. I've used up a lot of my bullet time, so I've got to be way more careful. Get up, Max, get up. Okay, that was terrible. What have I got to do there? I actually start you off in quite a tricky place. I need to find better cover. That's the problem. There's one. Oh, this is hard. It's a hard little section. Okay. I like it though because it's an interesting way to like get variety in. I hate it. It keeps wanting me to get those saving shots on that main guy. Okay. There. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's a tough one.
It looked like we'd seen the worst of it. The elevator would take me back up to Rodrigo's office where we could wait the rest of it out.
Hey, go gun. I'm pretty sure it's just cosmetic. I don't think it actually... Oh, wow. You lost most of your ammo. I was hoping there'd be a, you know, more ammo. Let's see. I like this. Can't get out. And all the windows break except for these ones, of course. Those are invincible windows. But yeah, man. It's kind of funny that, man, maybe like the biggest contribution that the Matrix ever done for media is it is the lobby entrance. But just all the destruction stuff going on. It, again, with how this narrative goes from what I remember, like this narrative already has the issue that Max Payne only feels like he's part of it because oh, here's a story, and we put Max Payne in. But I still would have loved to have seen more games do this style. I looked it up because I just want to see what like the general impression around on it. Found it interesting that a lot of critics were thinking, oh, Rockstar they don't do linear stuff well, which I found really interesting because I think they've gotten worse at open world design over time. Like Grand Theft Auto 4 is like, yeah, it's open world, but those the missions don't really give you a lot of options on what to do in them. And that's gotten even more true in Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5, I'd say the mission structure is actually closer to this. Though, I'd still say this game has better shooting mechanics than 5, which is odd. But
I didn't know what the hell I was going to find up there, but I sensed it wasn't going to be a stripper bursting out of a cake.
Like, you don't need to highlight those words there.
I can't get through to him. Ever since the security door is triggered, he hasn't made a sound.
Rodrigo, it's Max. Open up. Can you hear me?
Eu já tentei.
Senor Bronco, open up! I'm gonna try to get in there from the roof. You find the security guard and get the hell out of here.
Yes.
I knew there was another way in upstairs for the helipad. The little luxury runaround that kept the rich looking down on the poor literally as well as metaphorically.
Yeah, I hate doing this because we've been doing this in most of part 1 and it comes up in 2. There's some semblance of like good Max Payne lines,
Rodrigo,
but just a bit denser.
God damn it. Of course he was dead. Clean, one shot, a professional job. I began to look for clues. I couldn't get playback on one of the cameras and it looked like the disc was missing. Someone in this building was trying to keep things low-key. But then why had everyone else come driving through the goddamn wall? Fabiana. Even if the man who employed me was dead, his wife was still out there. Maybe she could be saved. Maybe some good... Picking the photo from the broken fragment.
I like that moment. We're gonna pause it there. It's kind of weird, like, because the eternal monologue is very... It seems to be in past tense, but I like that moment he breaks like the... Maybe it doesn't make any sense. Sorry about these frame rate issues right now. I don't know. I end up talking about this every stream, but I actually had fixed these. I had fixed this like weird CPU spike I was having. And then it just gets worse again, and I don't know what's changed on my end that's causing it. It's not fair though, you know? Just I hate how it ruins the experience for people. But yeah, and it's an interesting ploy there, having his dialogue. Like, it's past tense dialogue, but he still interrupts himself. So it's almost like he's past tense in himself in the present.
Something caught my eye. Figures.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's another job that Max failed at. His boss got killed. And the place blew up.
Blind luck. It meant the blast wasn't fatal. If I'd been out for any longer, the smoke would have gotten me.
This is probably a homage, because they loved doing these little
If I
like
wasn't
escape the
immolated,
burning
I was gonna
building
get
moments in the
crushed to
previous
death.
ones. No, I'm gonna say here, I've not got much
Look
control.
at me. I've been contracted to
Which is
protect
one of the
two
things-
people. One was being held in some hole. The other was sitting at his desk with a bullet in his head. And the company that had its logo on my paycheck was melting on top of my head.
But yeah, there's not much
There's
control
no
here.
way one bomb could have done all this. Unless the place was made of gasoline. This whole joint must have been rigged.
That was one of the things I kind of liked.
The kid hadn't made it. Fuck. I had to make this corpse-looting coward pay. Getting his gun was more than just expediency. I was in no state to save his body from the flames. I hadn't saved him from the gunman either. I'm sorry, kid.
Oh. Sorry. Ah, that's annoying. I thought I'd fix that. Well. Fix that, Jimmy. Shit. So yeah, there actually are a lot of those close-up kills, but it's actually really hard to get that close to people to do them.
Don't die here. Move.
Shit, I do not have a lot of health. Weird. I have two guns even though I can't use them both.
Rodrigo or not, Fabricas Bronco is falling apart quite literally.
But yeah, these moments were way, you know, they weren't as scripted in the original, and I think in some ways I preferred that. Motherfucker!
Despite his manners, I'd done him a favor.
I like that line.
This didn't look like a room where Rodrigo closed multi-million-dollar deals. It looked like a fiery hellhole.
So there is a conspiracy going on, because most of these guys did not even... I'm using a lot of... Oh! Something weird went... Max, what the fuck's wrong with your wrist, mate?
The only way out was to use that filing cabinet.
But yeah, something's up, because it's very evident that these guys did not even see this coming. Oh, I'm out of pain pills though. Okay. That's weird. That's the first of this. The game's not had any weird QTE kind of moments like that. It's the first time we've had one. Yep. Let's go through there. But also the requirements there were... It said tap, but I barely had to mash... I didn't really have to mash that even. It's just a little occasional
So much
tappy
for
tap.
a lazy Sunday afternoon. My next trick would be a high wire act with a fiery pit for a safety net. It was nice
Like, this is a
that no
cool
one was
moment, but
shooting
I
at me
wish
for a
you had more
change,
control
but I'd
here,
take shot
like
in
the
head over
original
a
games
slow
did.
roast on a spit any day of the goddamn
In
week.
most of these areas, I'm just holding the stick in a direction and he's going. I don't mind when games kind of make your protagonist's movement messed up, as long as there's still some control. Oh, fucking CPU. I really don't know what to do about this now.
Someone up ahead was hurt pretty bad. If he didn't die before I got to him, I might get some answers.
Hey,
Hang on. Sorry about this. I really want to fix this issue. And I had it fixed. That's what bothers me the most. I thought I'd figured out what was causing this. And for an entire week, we didn't have this issue. Where my CPU inside of OBS was like double what it's supposed to be. Because the last time we streamed Max Payne, this did not happen. And then I streamed Dark Souls yesterday. And it just starts happening again. Like, I'm just on my fucking BRB screen. And the CPU usage is still... Like, it's dropping now, but still, it's dropping, like, way too fucking slow. Oh, there you are, Clarice. Hey, I'm still having those issues, by the way. So, it's got nothing to do with, what game I stream or whatever. And I even had my Mac turned off last night, just in case it was like, oh, has it been running too long? Nope. Well, let's just go back to the game capture. I just want to see what happens if I like went off and went back on it. It makes me think something's happened with the capture card. Maybe there's like a firmware update I need. Because it's specifically spiking with the capture card. Yeah, sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on my CPU right now. Okay, I'm just gonna go try one thing very quickly. Bear with me. I'll still have the mic on. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me though. Alright. Yeah, because it's still happening. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Let's see. Let's just let this cutscene play out.
why?
Well, that's at least we've eliminated the idea that it's specific consoles doing it.
Why did you come to kill Rodrigo Bronco?
Came to kill you. Because of what you did to us. You killed so many of us.
What reason did this poor bastard have to lie? He would be dead
Yeah,
from
no.
shock or
Still
loss
happening.
of blood in half an hour, even if I didn't leave him there to burn.
Where's Fabiana?
I've not even been live that long.
What?
Fabiana Bronco, where is she?
That Commando Sombra got her. Up the hill.
Then it was up the hill for me, I guess, where the gang held sway. I had to try to figure out who was using
he's
these
missed.
angry
Oh, he's got a leg off.
paramilitary clowns as some kind of front to kill Rodrigo.
Yeah, I might try restarting the stream in a sec. Temp sensor.
Mess.
No.
Rodrigo Bronco was dead. Fabiana was held hostage. I had no
But I
idea
don't know
what
why
was
that would be
behind
it
any
when
of
it was
this.
fine a week ago.
I felt like a fool. I was a sweaty, gray-haired mess. This place, well,
This place was gonna kill me, too. I could see that now.
Like, it's somewhat stabilized, but the
decided
CPU
that
is
I
still
was
way
gonna
too
die
high.
sober, not drunk. At least then I would see who shot me. It was time to take back control from whoever was out to get me. And if I didn't flush them out, at least my midlife crisis would confuse them enough so they did something stupid. It was the only hope I had. I knew I wasn't thinking straight. I'd been drinking and popping painkillers for years. I had a liver like a French goose and skin like red leather.
Oh, I like that line. I need to talk to more people what they think about this moment, because it is very cliche, and Max even just straight up says,
Well, it wasn't perfect. In fact, it wasn't much good at all, but it was gonna have to do. At least I was facing in the right direction.
well, if the capture card was over here, and I don't know why that would make my CPU usage in OBS higher. It seems, it's weirdly enough, the frame rate's gotten better, but the CPU is still way too high.
Hello.
Hello, Victor.
Max? Max, you're alive?
Of course I'm alive.
We did not know this. We are lost, Max. Our brother was everything to us.
I understand. Listen, I'm sorry about your loss. Both of you. Rodrigo was a good man. I failed.
Yep, now it's going
I
again.
thought I was tricked.
What happened, Max?
I don't know.
Some guys from the Crush of Prado came into the building downstairs, so while me and the security guard were dealing with them, an assassin must have come in and executed your brother. At least that's how I think it happened.
No, you killed him, Boha. You killed my brother.
What are you talking about? I understand you're upset, but please, why the hell would I do that?
To get his money, to take his money.
How am I getting his money, Marcelo? Please, think. I worked my ass off for your family. I saved your life twice, or more. Right now I'm going to get Fabiana.
Where is she? Where is Fabiana, eh?
She's in a place called Nova Esperanza.
How do you know this, Max?
One of the Crotch of Prado told me just before he died.
Please, bring our sister-in-law back to us, Max. Our family is
It's a
being
weird
torn apart.
moment. I feel, but probably just to make that guy unlikable is to make him accuse Max, which is like the last thing he would ever do. Oh, Minnie, why are you... Minnie's grabbed a hold of my foot.
So I guess I was finally about to go and experience the other side of Sao Paulo firsthand. The bit people try to ignore. The unpleasant memory they try to obliterate with cocktails and helicopters and parties and lines of blow, like rich fools the world over. I was a day off the sauce for the first time in years and knew I was due a hangover sent direct from Mother Nature.
Okay, I'm gonna make noises because I just... let's... I don't think it will, but let's make sure that doesn't trigger any sort of copyright. I will mention, so when they revealed what Max was going to look like, he looked kind of like this, but he was also like really fat. And I think his face was quite different.
I had no idea where the hell I was going to go, so I decided to head straight for the street party that seemed to be raging. Either that or some other fool had gotten there before me and now was being ritually sacrificed.
It's still very weird, because I think that purposely they do this because they knew to set in
job in the first place.
That, you know, there's a bit of kind of the whole like, oh, white man coming into foreign country syndrome with the story. But it seems to be poking fun at Max, because, you know, he comes in.
Speak English?
But he's also obviously...
Seen this girl, Fabiana. Come here for a second. Look at her.
He's obviously, like, doing a terrible job.
Come on. This way.
Where are you going? Wait a minute. Down there?
Max, come on. That's clearly not what the kid means. What is wrong with you? I think that's on purpose. I think he's kind of, oh yeah, I'll go into the slums and it'll be great. Shave my head, make myself look even more white.
At least I found myself a tour guide.
it is just such a weird story for Max to be part of. I don't know how much this will hold up. We'll see. But I had a theory that there is a meta bit about him being in this story.
The way I see it, there's two types of people.
That
those who spend their
really
lives
he
trying
doesn't
to
need to
build
be
a
in.
future, and those who spend their lives trying to rebuild
Okay, that's
the
a fair
past.
point.
For too long,
But
I've been stuck in between.
I
Hidden in
believe the
dark.
faction,
What was I really doing
you know,
walking in there with
the
my bad
mobster,
haircut and
you know,
ridiculous shirt? Was I there to make something right, or was I just using a messed up situation to indulge myself, grasping at some desperate delusion of control?
Yeah.
Maybe the two went
I like
hand
this
in hand
speech.
more than I care to admit.
It's just, it is very odd because I wonder if some of this was like written to kind of address the backlash. I'll have to, I can't get it up on my stream. I'll have to get a clip of it, but not a clip, so I'll have to get a picture for the next stream because I'm imagining this is going to be like a 3-parter. When they first showed off Max, he had this outfit and this haircut with the beard, and I think the beard was even bigger, but he physically looked different and he was like very out of shape. And it makes me think of like, oh, they had planned this narrative. They wanted this big moment where, you know, like Max does this to himself because it's kind of, you know, he's trying to shed his baggage. Which, you know, it's like it is a very cliche thing in narrative of like, oh, when a character needs to kind of get serious or get over their, you know, problems or whatever, you know, they shave their head kind of thing. Yeah, there's more music here, so we're gonna turn it down again for a while and hopefully it'll be okay. I'm just gonna have to ignore these issues for a while. And yeah, just talk over. I could be wrong. I think the music might actually be original. They might have hired people to make music for this. Yeah. Not always shave him, cut hair short, but even I've not seen it, but I think like G.I. Jane is kind of like plays on that trope because it has a woman do that scene instead of just cut hair short.
Attractions, places where yuppies could gawk at the endless spirit of the poor from the inside of their bulletproof buses. I felt dumb and exposed. I missed the booze. I think I'm like kind of turning. I'm turning against the text on the screen a bit. I think it's fine when it's character dialogue. I don't think it kind of works for the internal monologue stuff. Alright, I think... Okay, I think I could turn it up a bit again. Easy, pal, easy.
Okay, so I will mention... I can't really comment this on myself, but I noticed... Oh no, my sunglasses! Hey, those are $5,000. Oh, I fucked up the line. Those are $5,000 sunglasses, asshole. But one of the criticisms against this game,
all things considered, I was gonna have to look on this as a good outcome. I was deep in gang territory. These kids were raised hating clowns like me. Middle-income ass-kickers who protected the rich by shooting kids like them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting section, this bit. Because, like, Max does this to himself.
And somehow I'd still ended up in the gutter.
But he still kind of makes fun of himself. I don't know if that, you know, justifiably, like, makes it okay, because you're still doing the trope. But a criticism about this game, and I think a lot of it comes up more here, is... So this game is set in Sao Paulo. But most of the actors are Portuguese. Which obviously, you know, in Brazil and most parts of South America, they speak Portuguese. But obviously have different accents, like European Portuguese versus South America Portuguese. And not only did that affect like the actors who speak English, apparently a lot of them don't do very convincing like South American Portuguese, but the translated script, apparently it's not very accurate as well. So that's
There was
probably...
one thing I'd learned since I'd
Oh,
been
yeah.
here. It was that Brazilians came out of the womb kicking a ball. And for kids like these, was their one legal chance at a ticket out of here.
Ah, look.
Here's a shame that Rockstar doesn't make more games like these. They must have put a lot of work into this, because you think about how much they would build these worlds up for open world games, and they build a very dense world here, but it's all, you know, one path going forward kind of thing.
Oh, que isso, a coisa mais simples. Vai lá, mostra pra ele.
But you know.
Escolhe dos...
Funny enough, this reminds me of like the start of Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5.
I'm a little lost. Perdido? Onde estu?
Tá no lugar errado, rapá.
No comprende. I need a phone, a telephone.
Bora.
Publico.
A gente não é centro de informação turística, não, Bi.
Well, they weren't gonna help me. And who could blame them? I was a dumb American in a place where dumb Americans were less popular than the clap. If I was gonna find my way out of this mess, I was on my own.
I don't know, Spit is quite funny. It's just a weird situation to put a Max Payne character
It
into.
looked like there was a bar up ahead. The irony was not lost on me.
But yeah,
I figured sobriety was no
this
use
gives
to
me a
get.
feeling that's the inspiration for this was those games, because they do that kind of opening fish out of water bit, both of them. Oh shit!
Hey, are you lost?
In more ways than I could possibly explain.
Oh, it's this guy.
I know you. At the disco with the gun. Yeah, you had hair back then and better clothes.
Huh.
Anders Dedling from Steele, North Dakota.
I wonder what this
Why are
if this
you
cutscene's different if you don't see him,
Looking for someone.
because I think
What are you
seeing
doing
him
here?
is optional.
We came to help the cause. See, after I retired, my wife, she said I had to do something. And well, you know, I always loved kids, so I got involved in Angels of the Hill. Oh, it's a great cause, and they're really great folk. And, well, now we come down twice a year to help inoculate the children of the favelas. Yeah, it's simply wonderful giving back. Whole family does it. In fact, my little girl's coming in a couple of days.
Aren't you afraid?
I was a cop for 25 years.
I think it's like a week. I don't think it's still not good, but like a couple of days.
Everywhere, good, bad, indifferent.
Listen, have you heard anything about a woman, about 28, rich? She was kidnapped. I heard she was being held around here.
No.
All right, well, good luck.
Minnie, will you stop? She keeps grabbing onto my socks. I don't know why.
I'll say a prayer for you.
Another life lesson I didn't want.
Alright. But we gotta keep our eyes out for golden guns. Golden guns, yoo-hoo! I will say a lot of people aren't always fans of stuff like this, and I will say for repeat playthroughs, this kind of stuff isn't great when you play a game for the second time. Because it's essentially just a cutscene. Like, it is really interesting from like an immersive perspective, because it's like, hey, have this time walking around and kind of what it's actually like to walk around. It's not just an action-y thing. But it is just a straight line here. It works better if you have like an open area. I'm going to turn this down again. Oh dear. There's some noise stuff here. Twitch, watch out, don't look.
I hoped this classy-looking
Then again,
establishment would have a phone so I could call Passos. Either that or a gun so I could shoot
maybe I shouldn't
myself
say
and
this,
save
but
the
you know,
father.
Twitch is a bit of a issue where they're like, oh, if it's a you know, like
When you're
game
stuck
that
in
a big
foreign
company put out and it's in our
country, you don't know
database,
the
we don't
words
care.
for reverse charges, and you're in some lonely
Yep.
skin joint in the middle of some poor slum, having just had every last cent robbed from you, and you call yourself a bodyguard, then you know you're a loser.
Hey, Matt. Can I buy you a beer?
Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Look, if you're gonna shoot me, Make it quick, I'm a little busy.
If I was going to shoot you, I wouldn't waste a beer.
Oh, we have seen this guy before.
Try out a bit, so just
Very early on, he's like in the first level.
Why don't you go sit down?
Guaraná pra ele, chopp pra mim. Bem gelado.
Oh, watch out! Yeah, get those visual effects on. We don't want to see that.
Interesting haircut, by the way. Meant to tell you that.
Just love everyone makes fun of him for it.
That's Sil. Very good to meet you.
nice to meet you, I think.
Although you'll forgive me if I promise never to employ you as my bodyguard. You did a great job watching after Rodrigo Bronco.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on.
You were
That's...
set up.
Bet your ass I was.
Yeah, I've kind of turned against the
Let me ask you something.
text on screen stuff. I think it's
Have you ever seen this guy?
not giving the dialogue any favors.
Sejano.
Yep. He's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, you sure put his gang out of business. But don't worry, those guys, they're a small fry. This is the guy I'm interested in.
You might as well just put all the fucking script on.
And this is his little buddy here. Milo Hegel. They work for this vigilante group, Crasha Preto.
Yep, I know him.
Well, they're very popular with right-wing politicians, like Victor Bronco. Now, you see, many years ago, he helped clear some villages on a bit of land Rodrigo Bronco wanted to develop.
Rodrigo Bronco?
Yes, he did some very bad things. Anyway,
Oh yeah,
have you ever seen this guy?
we've actually got some kind of conspiracy
Maybe
stuff
at the
coming in.
stadium.
I knew you were involved in that business. You know, I wanted to investigate that, but I got an order to blame it on some local street kids instead. Tell me, what happened there?
Nothing. We simply went to hand over some cash to this guy's clowns for a ransom exchange. When this guy's clowns jumped us and they shot us.
How many clowns are involved in
Apart
this
from you
game?
and your boy Passos.
That's right. But we had to shoot our way out of there.
They let you go. It's okay, it's a little weird right now. But I know that Victor Bronco is involved in all this. I just don't know how or why. And I know that the UFE are involved in all this as well, but I just don't know how or why. And you know
Yeah,
what's gonna happen?
I don't
The
like the
moment
text
you're
on the
gonna come along,
in.
when I put all these pieces
It just
together,
feels like they're hammering you on the head of like, oh, these words are important, and these lines are pithy, even when they're not.
I think you might want this.
Like I'm expecting like every line to be.
If it's Fabiana Bronco you've come looking for, I think she's up the hill.
Yeah, we don't need up the hill on screen there.
I'm a cop. I mean, I'll fight corruption.
I wonder if it's going after like a specific movie that
I'll
did
be dead in
this,
3 minutes or less.
because the visual style with like the blurred and the chromatic aberration, like that must be
If you survive the next hour,
going off of something, and the
you help me.
you know the panel stuff. The panel stuff specifically reminds me of
I didn't know
what
what to make
Kill
of what
Bill
this guy
did.
had just told me what was true and what was just
But-
someone else's convenient bullshit.
Yeah,
Then some less than.
I get its style, but they're not highlighting
Party.
amazing lines. Is the problem?
E aí, gringo? O que você tá fazendo aí?
No comprende. Leave me alone.
Like, just what they're choosing to highlight is what I'm kind of questioning, and why it's made me kind of turn on it.
Do you got something for me?
For you? Tell you what I got.
Let me see.
And if anybody thinks they're gonna take it from me, they'd be dead wrong.
Yep, knew it. Oh! 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 Dive! Oh! Oh! Ow! Dive again, Max! Take some pills. Just lie here for a bit. Okay. Alright, everything's okay now. Good. Try and keep it a bit quiet. Oh, hang on. What gun was that? Is that one-handed? It is one-handed. Nice.
I'd have felt worse taking someone's medication if everybody in that place hadn't been trying to kill me.
Alright, we're going to keep the game a bit lower, just because I want to be very careful about the audio. There we go. I think we'll stick with these for now. Gold! Always believe in your soul. Let's check this out. Ooh, nice. Oh, that was a bad shot, Max. Why am I blaming Max? I'm the one playing. Oh, that was cool. Wow, he's not dead. Shooting the butt. There we go. Essentially, because we're in Gan territory and they see us as an easy mark. And I think as well, just because they know who we are.
Medical detox.
So they've got beef with us because we've just been killing like all their Gan members.
The show was over. It was time to get out of there.
It's okay, lady. I'm just... Oh.
Por favor, amigo. No.
Relax, soldier. You American? Oh, jeez, buddy. Am I glad to see you? Oh, fuck me. I've been coming to this shithole town for the last 5 years. It's like a fucking insane asylum. But it's got the cheapest pussy in the world. Fuck me. I mean,
you're in a cat slum, pal, doing who knows what.
I'm a businessman, bro. And they were fully legal in this country.
Yeah, this is another one of those. This is like a Grand Theft Auto character.
It ain't my fault, man. It ain't my fault. Don't judge me, alright?
Have a nice day.
What the fuck is the point of that?
Jesus. What a fucking creep.
I just don't get it sometimes.
It was Monday afternoon, and I'd already been thrown out of a party, gone to a strip club, and got into a bar fight. This latest midlife crisis was certainly ticking all the boxes.
Yeah. Still a gorgeous game. It's the one thing I'll give credit, because at this time it was like very hot to do a lot of like QTE prompts on everything, and there's only been one so far, and it was really minor. Because there was like an escape a fire moment, though that bit was probably too scripted. There's basically no, you can't wander off the path at all there. I will say, I think it's a shame looking back on it how... Maybe not shame. I'm trying to think what's the best way to describe it, but... If you look at the critical reception when this game came out, the story and the writing was actually really highly praised. There's like the best thing about it.
The fireworks display was clearly in my honor.
Which I don't think is the best thing about this game.
Carpet for their surprise guest.
But for some reason, it's the... You know... The main thing it got praised for. Okay, I think we're out of...
I was walking into another not-so-welcome party. These hoods didn't look like Commando Sombra. Not that I was going to get picky. This was clearly their turf, and I'd just shot up their favorite skin joint.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to let Max get his lines in. I get the feeling like a lot of the the really positive reception around the writing was probably from people who just weren't that familiar with what Max Payne... Oh shit. But yeah, like from you know, because with that direct comparison, I think it doesn't hold up as well. And having played those like pretty directly, yeah, keep calling me a Puda. Oh, that's the wrong button. Again, there's like it's definitely a look at this game. Still like one of the coolest things about it. The gunplay is really good, especially for Rockstar at the time. Because you know, they just hadn't done very good shooting in any of their games until this point. Okay. I'm actually quite low on resources, so I've got to be careful. And also, like, where am I going to find painkillers around here? Woo! Yeah, I love they let you do that in this game. Yeah. I wonder if that was an inspiration, maybe. Not like, just the look. Not obviously not the character. Because he's not doing anything very, you know, of that style. But that is very typical of Rockstar. That they like to just base their characters off of like media they like. Oh yeah, I gotta be really careful here. Anything there? No. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, I'm being shot at. Being shot at. I haven't gone in a circle, have I? Well, can't go that way. Oh, where's these shots coming from? Oh. Yeah, that's my fault. Shouldn't have dived there. Still got to be careful with the dive. In some situations, it is just a bigger detriment than it is a plus. Wow, this is quite far back. There was like no checkpoints between that. Just hide out here for a while. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I think that kind of the point here of this section is to be very low on your resources. I was talking to someone, actually just before I started the stream, talking about, oh yeah, this game has the weapon limit, but I don't think having a weapon limit is necessarily bad if a game's built around it. And I think this game is very much built around it. You know, because it's meant to have this feel of, oh, you're scrambling through these areas, you're always low on resources, and you have to just like make do with what you can find. And that kind of style of action movie where, you know, oh, this person isn't carrying an arsenal with them. And I think in Max Payne 1 and 2, they never really justified it. Like, it didn't quite feel like it fit the action that Max has, like, so many guns on him. Oh, did I not? Trying to take it relatively slow here. There's someone else somewhere. Oh, I keep forgetting there's a sprint. Because it's a weird button. Oh, get in cover. Ow. What the fuck happened? I just took like a load of damage there. This is a tough area actually. Like, I don't know why there's like no checkpointing. But there isn't. There we go. Just a little odd. Take care of that guy. There we go. Yeah, obviously I think someone who maybe can't aim as well, disability and stuff like that, but in some ways I kind of think, even on console, just because of what the slow-mo lets you do, the bullet time, that you should play this game without the soft lock. It's... Max is honestly, like, the bullet time makes him, like, too strong for it. You know, because you can still, even when your bar's empty, you can still dive. And it doesn't take very long to charge it up. Let's do this section smarter. Oh. But yeah, I just really like the kind of scrambly feeling of just, you can't carry much and you can't keep a lot of guns on you. And I think it just fits the Max Payne character and style of action more. Of just, well, he has to make do with what he can find and pick up, and he can't keep like 50 guns in his jacket. You know, Oh! There we go. Still, because I think that's brought back from Max Payne 1, because I think in Max Payne 2, they didn't let you do that, I'll keep shooting.
I was getting nowhere fast. The cold turkey was messing with me, like I was looking through another man's eyes. I needed to focus.
But, you know, I think Max Payne 2 didn't have that, oh, the last enemy you kill in a room, you can keep shooting at them. Though it's done a little better here. In Max Payne 1, you had to manually aim still, so if the character, like, fell down, you would just miss the shots. So if you want to keep getting those extra hits in, you have to, like, readjust your aim. Oh, cutscene time.
I could hear a woman screaming. I thought I'd found Fabiana, but instead I'd stumbled across some testosterone fest. A bunch of young punks with guns killing time the only way they knew how. Nova Esperanza wasn't exactly a dinner and movie kind of place. I recognized the hoods who jumped me earlier. I was trying to decide whether to crash this party or turn back, when my natural grace and finesse made the decision for me.
Yeah, again, I just love the, like, the... Oh, here we go. The reoccurring theme of this game is just Max is both really competent and not competent at the same time. Oh, that guy took a lot of hits there. I do kind of like it in a way, because I like playing as like more flawed characters, and it is a bit. It's still kind of in line with the character. More so in 2. Max Payne 1, you just kind of get through that story without any issues. But in Max Payne, you know, like he gets shot and gets knocked out all the time, and he needs help from Mona Sachs. Oh, there's still an enemy there, I think. Yeah, there is. There we go. Oh, I need some pain pills fast. In the game. Okay, I actually have been meaning to test. Okay, so this still has the like slight regen of your health, like Max Payne 1 did. So I gotta play this bit really cautious. There we go. Yeah, see, I can regen like a very tiny amount of health. There we go. I think there's still one guy left though, yeah. There we go. Oh! Oh, I'm really lucky there! If I hadn't picked those pills up, I would have been fucking dead. Oh. I like that. I like them sprinting that trap on you. Okay, are we good there? Oh, come on. Should have been paying more attention there. Oh, that was terrible shooting there. See that? There we go. Oh, I don't have a lot of ammo left on this gun. Golden part though. Damn it. Where are they? Oh, down here. Might as well do this. Whee! Oh, you take damage from that. Shit. Oh, I thought you could just dive how far you wanted. Okay, I gotta be more careful from now on. Oh, that guy's not dead. Yeah. I had that coming. Okay. Lesson learned, don't just stupidly dive. There we go. Is that good? We good? Oh. There we go. We did that section a lot better this time. Ow! Never mind. Oh! Ah! That was amazing. Why was I getting shot from there? Oh, that was... It's classy there. Just diving into the door frame repeatedly. Okay, yeah, I think I just gotta run down here. Not dive and take half my health off. Now we can dive. Anyone else? Yeah, there's someone somewhere. Was that them? I think that was them. Game's still look. It's a shame that it's still, even running on like base Xbox One, it still has some frame rate issues. I know I'm having frame rate issues today, but this game definitely does not run at locked 30. Probably if I was on like a Series X or even just the Xbox One X, it might be a bit better. Oh. Stop that. Oh, that's not good. Took a lot of damage there. Oh, no, Max. Oh, poor guy. Okay. Oh, really? Okay, I'm noticing the checkpointing in this area. It's very odd. Like, where they're choosing there to be checkpoints, because that's a lot of enemies to go through. And still no checkpoint. Okay. I guess because you could go down early. What? I didn't know that could happen. He smacked me upside the head. Okay. Sorry about this, having to redo this section so many times. Oh, that guy took a lot of bullets. I gotta say, Max, your head was like really just poking out there, and you're lucky these guys are bad shots, apparently, from this distance. Okay, is that them? Like that, pretty much like as soon as you Okay, well, got the pain pills this time. Actually, I think because we died a few times in a row, we were given some. I cannot dive through that doorway for some reason. Also, for some reason, I can't take cover there. You know, we're just gonna stick. Gonna stick with this. I think I'm doing better with the AK. Actually, don't need to dive too much in this area. There we go. Oh, who's shooting at me though? Is that you? There you are. Yeah, they must have given me more painkillers because I died so many times in a row there. Which that's a nice system. I know some people are kind of against dynamic difficulty stuff like that, but that's pretty minor. Just, you know, extra health. There we go. So yeah, we did that section way better. Got an extra health, and I didn't even go through that entire section without getting having to use the. Oh, I was that close.
The risk of becoming too
that was the checkpoint. Oh my god. That. Oh, that's so sad. That was the last guy.
This was going to be a safe medical detox. Fabiana's market value is falling by the second. I had to get to Serrano before he dumped his stock.
Alright, now we've got a lot of painkillers. I wonder if this game does anything where it gets harder though. Like if you get through a section without taking damage, does it start giving you less? Oh. I don't know what happened there. The controls just got really weird. I think it was like trying to force me to climb down, and I like pressed back. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I'm trying to think how long I want to go for today. I ended up doing way too late yesterday.
Tougher, more capable. They didn't look like Serrano's boys, but I could tell I was moving up the food chain. I hoped Fabiana wasn't going to be served up come feeding time.
Alright, just do our looky-loos around. Seeing what we can find. I wonder if this flashing is supposed to be like is supposed to be an indication that there's something nearby. Maybe it is. Maybe that's how you're supposed to find the collectibles. Hang on, I need a drink. That was nice. Okay. Look at our grinds. Hang on. Blech. Blech. Excuse me. But yeah. I think we, at least at this point, Max, you know, hey, he got inserted into this story. Though, from what I remember, there is a reason for some stuff that we don't know about yet. I think, based off of that, whenever I did do a playthrough of this originally, which was who knows how long ago.
One vice at a time. There was no need to announce my arrival in that part of town. I'd drawn more than enough attention already.
Anything here? No. Sorry. That's weird. I somehow got a hair in my mouth. Okay. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, enemies around here. Yeah, I'm starting to think the that flashing effect is where you're supposed to find stuff. I have to see if the manual mentions anything about that. But oh, there's a white guy carrying around an AK. Shit. I don't think it's cat hair, but you never know with cats. Could be. Oh. Well. Well, they heard that. Don't have a silencer. Oh. Check that out. I still, from what I remember, I think this is a longer game than 1 and 2. Oh, here we go.
Soccer had gotten Claudio away from the favela, but it hadn't gotten him far enough. I couldn't imagine his death had done much to boost the CS's approval ratings in that part of town.
It's interesting that there's this little sub-story about a Brazilian soccer player getting killed. Because it's come up a few times. I can't remember if it actually ends up being related to the story or not. Alright. Oh! Didn't see you. Oh, there's someone else here. I'm still trying to think what I think of the fact there's just no... That's still so brutal. I can't get over that. I guess I'm trying to think like, oh, is the loss of grenades like good or bad? But I'm also remembering that I barely used them in Max Payne 1. And in 2, it took me a while to figure out that you could... They were better in 2 because you could equip them as like sub-weapons. This game also doesn't have the melee, but it, you know, the melee stuff was so pointless in Max Payne 1. That's the thing. I was talking about, oh, what's aged bad in early Max Payne? And I mentioned the platforming because someone mentioned, oh, they got rid of the jump. Because, you know, you can't jump anymore. There is you can roll. Though it's a... I don't know if it's actually any use. Oh. But they mentioned the jump. It's like, well, I don't think that's a bad thing. Because the jumping wasn't, like, good. Having the platform in Max Payne 1 with, like, digital movement controls.
Play with the rich. You try to live in 2 worlds.
Eventually, you're gonna get your life ripped apart.
Oh! That was terrible. That was really bad shooting. Okay, so I think 6 is the most pills you can carry. It's kind of funny because we actually only just found that out. It's been a bit of a sloppy playthrough, this one, but you know, it's doing okay. Alright, so through here. There we go. Again, part of that's because I've turned off the soft lock, which, you know, on console is on by default. But I still insist that this game it's best suited to play without it. Man, these guys are worse aimed than I am. Anything cool in this room? No. Jesus, these houses. It's rough living. I think you're meant to kind of feel bad, admittedly, because yeah, these are people who've been roped into gangs, but you're just this white dude just coming in and just wrecking everything. Let's see. Yeah, thought so. Wow, that guy took a lot of hits. There we go. Oh, jeez. There we go. Oh. It's a little weird. Hang on. Maybe you can't move when you're in cover? I thought you could. Let me try something. Oh. Won't even let me do it there. Oh no, you can. It just wasn't letting me there for some reason. Oh, I see. Some of these have got body armor now. There are situations I'm noticing where I do wish I had a grenade. I completely forgot there weren't grenades in this. That was a bit overkill, sorry. Not much story stuff going on right now, sadly. It's just, hey, look at these slums that you're shooting up.
They told me the favelas were full of drugs.
Just keep looking through. Oh, okay. Gotta keep making noises here. Still have to worry about these audio. For all I know, it might not be licensed music, but I've just not looked. Yeah, good job, Max. Shotguns are not that bad. The range on them is pretty good. Yeah! Still looks awesome. Alright, let me...
Passos
Yeah, look at
told me
these.
about this stuff. Oxidado. They called it rust, packed full of healthy ingredients like quicklime and kerosene, cheaper, stronger, and deadlier than crack. Easily marketed to the poor and desperate. All in all, a fine, honorable way to earn a living.
I'm trying to remember, but I think a lot... Like, it doesn't seem like it, but a lot of this stuff actually is related to the main plot. Like, it's not just world building. There is a bigger thing going on here, but it takes quite a while for it to start coming up. We've had early hints of it, where that guy is saying, oh, I think one of the brothers is in on this. Yeah, this is a good idea, Max.
I couldn't find any clues in this place, so I decided to do my bit for the drugs trade.
Did you even have to use the cigarette there? Yep, get out of there. Yeah, nice one, Max. Subtle. Oh, hang on.
I was definitely in Commando Sombre territory. If Fabiana was still alive, she couldn't be far away.
Just poking in the corners here. I think what happens in a bit, there's like a... There's more of this, and then we go into like a flashback again. We'll probably stop wherever the flashback is.
That much security, it had to be Serrano's pad. Since I was in the neighborhood, I figured he wouldn't mind if I dropped in and thanked him personally for his hospitality. It wasn't like he wasn't expecting me.
Nope. Oh no! Max, you're on fire! Who's left? I still don't know why this flashes when you start. I keep forgetting. I should just look in the manual at some point and figure out what that means. This is weird. This feels like there should be tons of enemies here. Oh, there we go. I guess you could jump down, but it's probably a bad idea. I'm trying to think what would happen if I dived and landed outside there. Alright, we're good, we're good. Get out of the way, chair. That's awesome. I'm sorry. Based on that talk I had with someone who was talking about, the jump's gone and the gun's gone and the shooting's not as good because it's cover based. I'm going to point out, like, Max Payne 1 and 2 still kind of were cover shooters, it's just they didn't have a cover button. You were still kind of doing this and then popping out and shooting people. You just had to do it manually. So having like the cover there doesn't really change the gameplay much, in my opinion. You know, you were still doing that a little bit.
I had to hope the
But
king was in his castle.
there's still so much fun in the gameplay here. Alright, here we go. So I think we might have some
As I
actual
approached
story
the
now.
spot, I could hear raised voices.
Oh shit.
I saw that Marcello had turned up with a suitcase full of money along with Fabiano's sister, Giovanna. I only understood a little, but things were not going well. I wasn't expecting quite so many armed goons, but there was no backing out now. I would just have to act harder than I felt.
Put the guns down!
Max, really?
Let the girls go. No one needs to die, asshole. Don't you kill her! Don't you? Okay.
Jesus Christ. The fuck is wrong with this guy?
Here I was again, with all hell breaking loose around me.
Good job,
standing
Max.
Over another dead girl I had been trying to protect.
Oh yeah, here we go. We haven't actually been going that long.
A short time. By now, she had been dead longer than I knew her. I still hadn't really forgiven myself for the Mona business, but I knew that was just grief. The insanity that comes with losing the life you had built. Michelle, I missed her with every part of my being. I hated the world for not killing me with her, and I hated myself for allowing this to happen to her and our little girl. But I knew I had to leave town.
Excuse me. Max Payne?
Somehow, I didn't think he was about to tell me I'd won the lottery.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh! Well,
if I could get back to Passos, we'd be in a slightly better position to handle this situation.
yeah, I forgot about this. They do the jump times in weird places. I remember this being like directly, like they put the New Jersey sections together. But no, they're separate. But yeah, this is one of the reasons in the story you couldn't really do the whole
That was the reason Passos was here. Splitting without him would be beneath even an asshole like me.
Yeah, I'll do a reload. Which way am I heading? I still get the feeling this game had like a really big impact on what they eventually did with Grand Theft Auto 5, because you have a protagonist that's like that is about this age. Hang on. Listen to the sound he makes here. That's a wooden door he's slamming into. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this up. Oh, wait. Never mind. Hang on. Is that all you? Yeah, okay. Listen to the sound it makes when I run into this again. It's a minor thing. It's such a minor thing in this game, but I find that really funny they didn't put like They reused the like door sound effect there. But yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 5, it has a character that's like Max's age, who's kind of, you know, like retired from his previous, there we go, life.
I knew I shouldn't have
Kind of
gone
down
there,
on his luck,
and the
midlife
assholes
crisis
might
kind
have
of
to pay
area.
the price for my sentimentality.
Sorry. Just had to say goodbye. You okay?
I will be once we get out of here. I get the feeling those weren't the only guys DeMarco sent after us.
Got that feeling
Oh,
too.
hello, Minnie. Oh, sorry about that. I was distracted by my cat. Minnie! Come on. Let me make you a bed. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. You gonna settle down? Settle down, girl. Hello? Hang on. Oh, we have to pet the cat. Come here, Minnie. There you go. Got a purr on. We got a purr on mic, people. Purr on stream. Purr on stream. Don't keep rubbing on it. Cat interlude. I'm trying to get her just to sit down. Come here. Come on. Yeah. You sit there. Say hello to the chat. There we go. It's almost midnight. It's not time to be active, Minnie. Come on. I am starting to think some of these capture issues are related, the CPU issues, because I've noticed my CPU issues are low now, because we're just showing black. Weird. Almost. It's almost midnight here. Yeah. Remember, 5 hours difference. That's what it's like being in the UK, man. Okay. So now I've got a cat sitting on my leg. Just give her some scratches, make sure she's settled down. Oh, there. There we go. You good? There we go. Nope. What is up with you, Minnie? Do I have to cradle you on stream? Huh? I was thinking, since you were having issues later in the stream, I think it could be... But it doesn't take very long for the CPU spikes to happen. It usually happens after like 5-10 minutes. I don't know. And it looked like it calmed down there, but it's going up again. So, I don't know. There you go. Give you some more scratches, Minnie. There you go. Cat interlude, cat interlude. There we go. I can't give you too much scratches right now. You're gonna have to wait. What do you have to say for yourself, Minnie? There you go. Okay. I don't know if she wants to be let out or something. We'll see. There we go. What? Where were the bullet holes there?
I started to wonder if my luck was about to run out when I realized it had a long time ago. That's why I was here.
I don't... Yeah, I've turned against the text on screen. The bodies.
You good? I'm okay.
Reload.
You gotta get out of here, man. I don't respond well to being blown to bits.
Okay, so the other... I just forgot I was going to say it. I don't know. I think it's because it feels like they were highlighting interesting stuff early on and now they're not. Ow! Who got me? There we go. I can barely see that guy. Oh, hey. Hey, papa. Hey, dude. Hello. I'm fine now. Let's reload. Yeah. Well, I think that was the point. I think during development, this game, again, we talked about this last stream, this game got delayed a lot of times. So I wonder if this stuff got added in at some point when they kind of realized, hey, we need to kind of hit that more classic style more. And one thing I found out, I looked this up. I do think like some of the setting, it depends. I think some of it's okay.
How are you still alive?
That might be my favourite piece of dialogue so far. Good fucking question. Ah! That was like the worst flip ever. Also, I can't even see who shot me. So I think I'm yep. Yeah, that's the one thing with the physics. You can dive in such a way that. Oh, that guy's still.
I don't respond well to being blown to bits.
Let's reload. They'll dive. I don't. The setting's less what bothers me. It's more just, the obvious bit of like, what does this story have to do with Max? At least the this flashback stuff, is dealing with kind of, oh, this is the state he's in. Like, this is how messed up he is, that he's got himself into this situation, pissing off mobsters still like he was in Max Payne 1. Okay, let's try... Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, how are we doing? I like that camera there. Yeah, like it definitely can mess you up, the dive. Just because, yeah, like if he bumps into something, like this, you're fucked. But I like it. I like this kind of realistic spin. I know, but the golden guns! The clues, the golden guns! I want them all. Okay. We'll keep going. Oh. What are these doing here?
They helped with the grief.
What? You can't just, oh.
Detective Valerie Winterson.
Oh, shit.
One of my bullets is buried down there with her. I tell myself it was a tragic misunderstanding, an awful mistake. I tell myself a lot of things. All of it crap. The truth was, it was her or Mona. I made a very bad call. This was one decision of mine I buried deeper than all the others.
That was cool. I was not expecting that. That's a cool throwback.
This way, through the gate.
Don't know if the lore for those pills being in this graveyard made much sense, though.
The troops had arrived. Either DeMarco had thrown an army at this job, or he'd put a high enough bounty on our heads to attract every contract-buying scumbag on the eastern seaboard.
Well, at least Valerie, he wasn't a love interest, but still a dead girl. Which is definitely supposed to be a theme with him.
Look, we'll split the bounty nice and even, alright? Alright? Fair. That's all. I look like a fucking socialist, an aid worker. We'll work it out together. Okay? Look, cuz, how long we been doing this? I'm not giving no handouts. Not asking for a handout. We're out here working. Whatever. Shut up, whatever.
I do like this dialogue.
Right? Just look. Joe. Oh, time to kick.
That's fun two-pronged attack there. I like that. Oh shit! I've got a trophy, achievement.
Passos had put some distance between himself and the goons. I meant to follow.
I got someone.
Poor Wolf.
That Max Payne. The other guy might be here as well. Where you at? Over by that circular thing. That it. He's like Latino or something. Which hit? Ain't the other one. Just hold on to him.
Gotta do our lookies around. So what I was gonna say, because I keep forgetting to say it, so I'm gonna pause. So, Grand Theft Auto 5 has Michael, who like visually looks a lot like the design of Max Payne in this game. He's, very different character in his like behavior and things like that, but similar archetype in terms of his, the age and things like that. And he has his like special ability in that game is he has bullet time, just straight up. And there's a shootout in a graveyard in an area like
sure
this.
They didn't have Max Payne. That meant Passos was in another bind.
Okay, I don't want to be insensitive. I guess this is supposed to be like a child's grave. It kind of looks like a porcelain toilet. I know it's supposed to be like a crib or a manger, but I guess they look like that. I haven't been to an actual graveyard in a very long time, which is kind of a weird statement to talk. Oh, when was the last time I was in a graveyard?
I need some cover.
There we go, getting cover. No, they had their own grave. Oh! You're lucky Max can survive those when he's got pills on him. Oh, I'm lucky, I guess. Did that guy just go, son of a bitch? Oh, that was cool, that one.
They didn't have much of a reason to keep Passos alive, whoever they thought he was.
I really like the music in these sections as well. Yeah, I don't know. I think the game probably would have been more interesting and faithful to like keep this look and tone. Just because the daylight and the colour stuff is so jarring. Okay, those effects happen in such random places, it's making me think they are supposed to highlight collectibles, but I can't even see where that was. Where would that examine prompt be? No, I don't really see anything around here. Anything down here? Yeah, it keeps happening around here.
I didn't mind saying goodbye to this place whacked out on meds.
But why? Why are there so many painkillers in a cemetery. The thing is, it's not even like a goth backstory with me. It's not like, oh yeah, I used to go with my goth friends, we used to go in the graveyards and be depressed.
Very fucking funny. Whatever. You're Max Payne. I thought he was fucking Max Payne.
Confusing, huh?
Hey, you make one more move.
Okay, I do like that the confusing got backwards there and looked confusing.
Look, man. Give yourself up and the marker might have a change of conscience, huh? Might grant you one last reprievement. Ain't no reprievement gonna be found otherwise.
I don't even know who he is.
You think I'm playing around here?
Think about it. Easy, easy.
Oh, the cheek! Oh! You wouldn't be dead from that.
Think I'm done saying my goodbyes. Let's get out of here.
I'm pretty sure if you don't shoot there, he just dies, so. Oh! Yeah, no toilet graves. Yeah, that's always... It's always weird being in cemeteries and... Like, 'cause it's not just the morbid side of it, it's just very weird concept, really, of just like, hey, here's all these... Especially if they're really old graveyards, yeah. That go back like hundreds of years, which, you know, it's England I'm from, so that's actually quite common. Especially because it's usually only like richie families that would even have grave sites. I feel like you'd really have to poke around to find the collectibles in this area. I'm really starting to think that those like screen effects are supposed to be clues of like, oh, this is where stuff is. Don't think there's anything here though. Yeah, that era town had pics from like the 1900s. I remember, it's a really random pool. Oh, there you go, Minnie. Minnie's settled down finally. There we go. But a very long time ago, God, I'm trying to think when this would have been. There was a few developers who worked on... who worked for Real-Time Studios, who are probably most famous for Crackdown, but then they went on to make All Points Bulletin that basically killed the studio. Because it was probably like $2,000 an idea for the time, and the execution wasn't very good. But they invited the Mega 64 guys to Scotland to come see like a in development build. And so one of the things they did is, you know, they looked around Scotland, and I remember Sean, he just talked about how much it blew his mind to see buildings and architecture that were like 1,000+ years old.
Just get out of here, okay?
Sounds like a fucking war is going on.
Calm down.
Some poor bastard, quite literally, on the graveyard ship.
You know, like, because in America
Must
it's
have
like
been
very
wondering why
rare
there
to
were
find
suddenly
anything
more
that's over
bodies
100
above
years
ground
old.
than below.
Sniper! Shit!
All I can hope for is that he didn't even hear the shot that killed him.
It's messed up. There's a lot of just like killing random
Came from the top of the mausoleum.
people.
Up in the tower.
This is the only way through.
If I lay down cover, can you move up on him?
That's anyone's guess.
Hey, asshole!
But yeah, just it was really funny because you know I'm used to it. You kind of can't get around England without running into a castle somewhere.
You okay?
Sure. Right up to the moment my head gets blown off.
Gotta move again. I'll give you cover. Wait on me. Get behind that thing. Shit, poor guy.
Oh no, I did that wrong. Found out there's a castle in my state, but they destroyed it. That's messed up. Trying to think how old that would have been in the US. That could have been like Civil War time, even.
Lay down cover. Can you move up on him?
That's anyone's guess.
Go, Max. Move to the tomb. Don't let them draw you out.
God, oh my God!
Oh, it's cool though. Different
Sure.
section.
Right up to the moment my head gets blown off.
I will say for a game of this style, they do a decent job of variety at least. Like not just in like location. Not just in, you know, like location types. Ow, that got me. That guy should be totally able to get me from here, by the way.
Run, duck, flank. Easy orders to give when you're way behind the front line.
Windows coming up.
Great.
Go on, man. Look for a shot. Don't go up the stairs. Left. Jump the stairs. Up the stairs, man. Yeah.
Oh, left. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought I had to, like, go up the building. Whoops. If I remember right, I think the section's quite short.
We'd come in here to hide, not very successfully as things turned out.
Freeze! As opposed to what? Disco dance?
Shut the fuck up, half-caste. Turn around. Turn around. Move. Move!
Yeah, well, castle stuff's different because they're all protected. Only a few are like privately owned, I believe, which is weird to say, but yes, some people in the UK privately own castles, and even like old ones, not even just like new ones.
Where are we going?
Hey, geez.
You killed my son. You killed my fucking son. My boy. My only son.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Fuck you! Sorry for your loss. But your son was killed in gun battle. A battle he started. Shut your fucking mouth! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
It's fucked up.
You killed my son! You fucking spick!
I mean, I kind of,
killed my son!
I can't blame how upset this guy is. It's like,
I have to admit, I almost felt bad for the guy.
This must not be a thing that happens in real
Sure,
life,
he'd
though.
lived a bad life.
This
But
whole,
I, of all people,
oh, they
knew that
like
living
point
with
guns
this
at you
grief
and they
would
make
be
you dig
painful
and then
enough
kill
for
you.
any sin.
Because if you know they're gonna kill you, why the
Still,
fuck would you
perhaps not
dig?
so bad that I was
Wouldn't you
prepared
just
to dig
immediately
my
use
own
the shovel
grave
and
let
smack
these
someone with it and then
gumbas
get
kill
shot?
me without even getting some dirt on their hands.
I see this in so much media.
Dig, motherfucker!
Yeah, see? It's like, oh no, we're making you do this because we're gonna kill you. So...
Where are you going? Or die!
It's so... That if that really happens in real life, that's... I can't think of anyone who would like, oh yeah, I'll keep digging. Like, no, you would just say like, no. Ow. Bonk the wall. Oh, that's lucky. Oh. We haven't found,
Vinny Gognetti. I didn't
Oh,
think
shit.
there was enough of him left to fill a grave. Poor son of a
If-
bitch.
do you remember-
His antics had brought the once great house of Punchinello to its knees, and they were still struggling to stand up.
Yeah. It's quite funny that the just so happens that pretty much everyone that Max like has killed or saw got killed is in this graveyard. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I can't, you know, it seems like something that was probably invented for dramatic effect. It's kind of like, well, here's a good example. The whole pirates and walking the plank thing, that's not real. Pirates didn't make you walk the plank. They just fucking tied you up and threw you off. Because, like, what's the fucking point of making you walk? Just fucking throw them off board.
Excuse me if I ain't had enough guns pointed at me without you joining in.
Yeah, he's not doing too good. I think I was, I forget where this was. I was reading some people talking about, like, oh, what are things that are, like, unrealistic in media? And it's, like, how many blows to the back of the head you can survive. Because you really can't survive any, pretty much. Does not take a lot to... You just hit someone in the back of the head in the right place, and that's it. You've killed them. You know, if it's an unprotected headshot, especially like with the shovel, there's a good chance that just would have killed him. Alright, I guess we're going down here.
The morgue. How appropriate.
Anything down here? Let's get in cover quick. Yeah! One thing as well, I could see some people maybe not liking it. Oh, well, yeah, there's the obvious whole, like, concussion thing, but I just mean in general, a lot of blows to the head that people take. I think the main thing, obviously, is, like, people getting hit with butts of the gun to the back of the head and, like, knocking them out. It's like, no, you're most likely just to kill them if you do that. Oh shit, dead bodies. So, I do think it's a bit of a shame that some of the clue stuff is a bit...
The dead bodies didn't need them.
Like, it is quite easy to miss a lot of that stuff, and some of that stuff's really important. Maybe once you've beat the game, maybe they do something to make them easier to find. I hope they do, at least.
Hey, psst, this way.
Mm.
Up there. Go on. Go, go, go.
You go first.
Gentlemen, thank you.
This does give you a good idea of the timeline of like how long ago this was.
At least the coroner won't have to go.
Because this
far to
guy's
go to work.
hair's like, you know, buzz cut and by the
Like
main
I
event of the
said,
game.
Passo's always
Yeah.
had a good sense of humor.
We gotta find a phone. I got a connection in Queens who can help us.
All right.
Spread out! And clear every room before you move on. We don't want to miss these damn fools.
Our SOS was gonna have to wait.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a throwback to the hospital from Max Payne 2. But I think more than anything, just, you know, hey, we want to pick locations that kind of would have been in.
Get on the ground!
In a Max Payne game originally. It is weird to me how weird the frame rate is. Because I'm actually not... Yeah, like, yeah, I'm getting a few drops because of my issues, but... In general, this game still has dips on...
Man, get up there, take him out! He's got all the angles!
Oh, okay.
Got a beat on me, man! He's got a fucking beat on me!
Yeah, I get it.
This was the place, if not the time, to play my dirge. It didn't come out right, but I wasn't in much of a state to do anything, apart from kill people.
I like the
Maybe
fact...
that's the only thing I'm good for in any circumstance.
I like that because later on in the game, he's better at it. So he had like practiced. Oh shit, someone is shooting at me. Yeah, hang on. There we go.
Okay, find that phone. Nick called.
Well, they address that with how many people they are. They mention that there's a hit being put out on you, so it's not just this mob coming after you, it's just anyone who wants the money. Yeah, I will say overall the music in this is really good. Like, definitely a step up from Max Payne 1 and 2 that actually don't have a lot of music outside of the graphic novel panels.
Everybody get a little help and we'll get out of here.
Plus, it is dynamic in here.
it's me.
I do like the Rockstar started getting
We
into
need to get
the
out of New Jersey.
into
I
the
think so, Katie. We
dynamic
got a
music
Captain
stuff.
New Jersey mob after us.
Alright, I think this is...
And a cemetery in Hoboken.
Yeah, okay. So I think once we get back into gameplay, we'll stop
Here
here.
I was again, halfway down the world, and still looking at the bodies of women I was supposed to protect. Only difference now is, I didn't understand the language.
Vá, vá, vai pra lá. Tranquilo, tranquilo, pode ficar tranquilo. Fica nessa parede, seu americano de merda. Que porra tá acontecendo aqui? Que merda tá acontecendo aqui?
Haven't you figured out I don't speak your fucking language?
Seu gringo de merda, cala a boca, seu gringo!
That's right, I may be a moron. Here's the thing.
Oh, come on. It's the oldest trick in the book.
I see.
Max, what did we just say about hitting people in the head?
It was
Come on,
time
man.
to get out of there. Seemed like someone had decided to carry out some impromptu justice on the street life below. I
Man,
failed
look at that
Rodrigo,
fucking
and I
sky,
failed
that
Faberage,
level area.
and that awful nightclub, the stage, and the docks. I've been
That's
given enough
still
chances to make
impressive.
this right, and again, I'd blown it.
It's a
Perhaps this was
huge
my
fucking
punishment
area.
from the fate.
Okay. So, yeah. I think we're going to stop things here. We didn't have a cutscene freeze on us today, so that was good. Yeah, we'll just exit out so it saves. Oh, unsave progress. But how do you know... Okay. This... I feel like this was worse during this generation, but it's still an issue. How do I know when the game last saved? Like, the game doesn't tell you when it's saving, really. Yeah, I can... Claire says, I can feel the unpaid overtime from here. Well, here's the thing. We're actually in gameplay there, so it probably saved right when the cutscene ended. But... you know. Considering that, you know, where it saved last time, it's a bit weird how it saved, like, before that final dive in that last level and not after, you know, not at the start of the next chapter's cutscene. That was definitely, like, a big issue. I feel like, I mean, it's not really gone away, but I don't notice it as much, but games that, they don't really tell you when they're saving, but there's no way to, like, quit out of a game without saving it. Though, it's kind of gone nowadays, because most games can just save exactly where you are. But it is weird how manual saves just kind of disappeared for a very long time. They're more of a thing now, though. But, yeah. That's a bit of a crazy run through. Not a lot of story right now. Which, I think that's kind of... well, it's weird. There's a lot of story, but there's not a lot of, like... a lot of things happen. But, like, as an overall story, like, there's only little bits we have. And a lot of it's in the background in this game. Of, like, you have to look at those TVs and those clues to pick up on the little bits. I think on PC this might have had, like, manual and quick saves, but I can't remember because it's been a very long time since I played that version. But, you know, stuff's starting to come together about these factions and, you know, how they're being played against each other and how this family's potentially going against each other, how the brother has ties to the, like, to the PMC group that have been sabotaging us. But also, you know, it's very sprinkled out. I guess Max Payne 1 was kind of like that as well, because for a very long time in that game, you're just kind of, oh, this mob guy set you up and you're just going after him for a while. So it's, I guess that's still kind of in Max Payne's style. But I just still really like the gameplay. It's a shame that the story, in some parts of it, almost feel like they were writing a different game, and then they just had the idea, well, why don't we make it a Max Payne game, and then fit him in, and then put all the New Jersey stuff into it. Because I keep mentioning it, but I swear that there is a, like, right near the end of the game, they basically say, hey, this story wasn't about you, Max. We just brought you back in and forced you into it because we knew if someone fucked you over, you would go on this weird vendetta and fucking kill everyone. So there's this weird, like, in much of the same way that, like, Rockstar brought back Max to put out this game, which is basically just a tech demo for them to make a more competent shooter and kind of do more with their physics engine. The story is like, oh yeah, you were brought back to do this thing, Max, just because we just needed a tool to get this stuff done. But I don't remember if that actually holds up, but that was what I remember feeling about the narrative. But I was also less familiar with Max Payne 1 and 2 at the time. Like, I'd played them, but hadn't finished them all the way through. Now, having finished them all the way through, I can really see how, yeah, this story just really doesn't feel like Max is in it. Well, he's in it, but why is he in it? and we'll see. Maybe by the end of the game it's justified, maybe it's not. This is definitely a longer game, I think, than Max Payne 1 and 2. Because Max Payne 1 and 2, I'd have to look up those streams again, but I think we did them in 3 parts each. I think this might end up taking 4 parts, because I think there's actually quite a bit to go still. Because there's like another faction that we've not even got into a fight yet. Because I remember the multiplayer has a lot of different factions. It was one of the cool things about the multiplayer that the map types had different factions on them. So if you were playing in certain areas, you would play as like the Jersey people, or you would be playing as the UFE and all the different factions. So they kind of like kept them all themed. Obviously, they didn't have specific abilities or anything. It was just the skins and the unlockables and things like that. It's a shame I can't show that off in this version, and obviously I can't stream direct capture of my Mac. So we're just not going to get around to that. Maybe one day I can just do like one-off streams and just do like, oh, we're going to just play multiplayer in this game. But, oh, hello, Minnie. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm petting my cat because she finally settled down. Yeah. Yeah, do you want to get on mic, Minnie? Do you have anything to say? Okay, no. She's not snory yet. She's like half asleep right now. She's not completely sleepy. It's okay, Minnie. Good girl. So, yeah, thank you for coming today. I think the next stream I'm going to commit to this schedule. I'm going to do Sunday. Though I'm not sure what game I'm going to do yet. So, I was, testing the waters with it, but I want to do like a fighting game night, maybe once a week. Something like that. But I want to do more Tekken, but the thing that I've been considering is, do I just want to do random stuff, or what I'm kind of more in the mood to do is to do like a full series retrospective. I should mention, so Tekken is a series that I grew up with. Yeah, I'm going to go full screen for this. We don't need the game for this. But yeah, so Tekken was a series, that was the fighting game I grew up with. The more traditional like 2D Street Fighter stuff I didn't really have. And when I did get them eventually, I didn't know anyone who played it, so I didn't know how to play it, so I thought it was terrible. Ironically. But, I remember playing like Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. Tekken 1 is the one I didn't play, but I like the idea of going through the series and, looking at, like, going through my memories of it, looking through the canon story and all the modes. But at the same time, most of those games you can't play with other people. And it'd be fun. And I know some people I've talked about with streaming those want to see... They want to see those games. So... And maybe play along. So I'll have to think about that. But look forward to a stream on Sunday. Usual times, obviously. It will either be... And if I don't stream before Sunday... I've still got to figure this out. I'll definitely stream Sunday. If I'm going to do a fighting game, I might stream before Sunday. Because Sunday's maybe a weird day to do that. So what I might actually do is do... Sunday is going to be Dark Souls again. And I'll try and do a stream before then. How do you feel about that, Clarice? Would you want me to stream before Sunday? You gotta answer me, girl. You gotta tell me what you think. I always forget this game has an arcade mode. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure this out. It's quite weird challenge mode. I'll have to try and do that. It's quite hard to download the DLC for this, because it was made all free, but obviously because the online mode doesn't work. Like, this is what happens if you hit multiplayer. It just says that. They didn't patch it to say that, oh, we've removed it or anything. It's just that. But when we beat the game, we might look into this. Because New York Minute, that's the classic one where they do the timer thing. But I think the score attack's new. I don't know what challenge mode is, though. And then, yeah, there's the grinds. This is gone now, but I think this actually went into, like, a profile that showed your, like, XP and stuff. It's okay. You don't need to see this right now. It's just menu options. But if you hit the multiplayer, it just says, oh, Rockstar services aren't available right now. But yeah, so if there's not going to be a stream before Sunday, look forward to one Sunday. You don't need to see the game anymore, I told you. Don't worry about it. It's just a text. It's just text you're missing that says you can't play this. That's all it is. Just look at me, look into my eyes. Do you see my eyes? Do you see them? See the eyes? Huh? You see me? Okay. I have a theory now that these CPU issues... I'm going to mess with this one more time. I'm going to keep an eye on this. It's something with the capture card for sure. Because swap into my game capture, yeah, the CPU just goes... And then if I swap back to this, okay. That's very odd. It is something with the capture card then. But I wonder what's changed that it's causing this. I might... Okay. If I don't before the next stream, you'll have to remind me. I'm going to see if there's like a firmware update it needs or something. Or... Because I'm trying to think of what else could be causing that. But that's oddly specific. It's a shame because in some ways this card is really cool. Just the fact that it has so many different input and output sockets on it. And you can configure it to capture so much stuff. I don't know if it is that it's overheating though, because it's the computer CPU. I will say, I think the fact that it doesn't have its own power supply is not great, because it's clear, it must have to use power from my Mac, and that's obviously making it harder on the Mac. But okay, that's a sign then. I might just have to mess around in the settings. Like maybe it's doing something extra that it wasn't doing before, or it needs a firmware update. Okay, well that's news then. That's something I know I can look into now. But again, it's such a good think about it. I've streamed the PlayStation 2 on it. I've streamed PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the Wii U, even running in Wii mode. The only thing I haven't tested it on is like PlayStation 1 resolution stuff, which is what I want to test it on. But considering it can play PS2, I'm getting the feeling it wouldn't have that much problems. I would just have to make sure I'm using the right setting. No, I will have to mess with that, because one thing I've learned is you can get component output for a PlayStation 2 playing PlayStation 2 games, but not PlayStation 1 games for some reason. If you're using component, it the startup screen will show up, but then none of the rest of the game doesn't, which is very odd. I guess the PlayStation 1's boot screen is able to output a higher resolution because it's just that. Yeah, this is before I even was capturing stuff. I got the component cables for my PlayStation 2, and obviously the PlayStation 2 can play PlayStation 1 games. And if you run a PlayStation 1 game while it's plugged into that, it will show you the PlayStation 1 boot screen, the boom. But then once it would cut to gameplay, Because here's the thing, especially PlayStation 1 games. PlayStation 1 games would change resolutions constantly. Chrono Cross is one I can think of that's a great example of this. If you just go into like the menu, it changes resolution. You go in like almost like every different bit. Like when you're on the field, when you're in battle, when you're in the menus, it changes resolution constantly. And that was quite common for 3D games at the time. Just because it's like, oh, well, we need these menus to run at different speeds and things like that. I think Resident Evil games typically do that as well. I think it's so they could make the menus maybe more, I don't know. I don't know why they did it. Probably to make menus more clearer. And because they were like simpler, they could run them at higher resolutions. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm probably, I don't have all the Tekken games physically. So if I do play them, it's going to be like digital copies anyway. So I need to do a test stream. Okay, do you know what? I'll probably do that. Before Sunday, I'll do a test stream and see how hard it is to stream like PlayStation 1 games through a HD console. And if it works okay, we'll do that. So, yeah, that's what we'll do next. So, thank you everyone for coming to the show. Hope you enjoyed the show. I was your host, Johnny Baghead. And, hey, maybe next time Max can do something right, huh? I can't get over that. Just every objective he has in this game, he just fails. Oh, anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. Even though you showed up late, Clarice. You showed up late, Clarice. I can't believe it. You showed up late.